Hi, this is Tillmann from Tonsturm and here's Traveler. Traveler is a highly accurate Doppler effect, and it is precisely modeling the behavior of sound moving through air. Here's a stationary idle recording from a helicopter recorded at medium distance. Let's listen to the pure sound file without any effects. To set up an appropriate speed for this helicopter, first link to length mode, if it isn't already. Now you can type in your desired speed value. 130 miles per hour seems like a good choice. And Pro Tools tells us the sound clip is 7 seconds and 11 frames long. You can now simply type in this value in timecode mode. Traveler automatically detects the frame rate of your session. And now the same sound file played back through our high-definition Doppler emulation. Traveler allows you to record your sound directly from your timeline into its sampler engine. Simply click record and start your host. Now we have done our first recording into Traveler sampler engine. You can now save your preset into your users folder and let's call it helicopter left to right. So if you save a user preset combined with a sound file, you will always have a preset file in the users folder and you will always have a sound file saved to the sounds users folder. The sound file will have the same name as the preset has. Here we have the Black Hawk helicopter preset as you will find it in the factory folder. Now let's have a look at the 2D path editor. The yellow dot is the sound source and the red dot is the listener. You can freely move the listener to any desired position. This way you can get unlimited perspectives on the same motion path. To conveniently draw your desired motion path, we recommend the link to speed setting and to disable auto zoom. Now we enable auto zoom again and bring down the speed parameter to our desired value. Further, you can choose between an open or a closed motion path. Closed motion paths are interesting for shorter duration looped settings. Now let's listen back to some different sounds with the same setting. Here we are in the Vehicle Factory Library folder. With these left and right arrows I can navigate through the samples. I think it would be interesting to now set the loop sampler to free run mode. This way I can get a lot of variations for the same setting with longer sound files. Further we have the snap to grid mode. This mode ensures that the blue motion path dots always snap to the grid. The number value in meters at the bottom right of the motion path window indicates how big the individual grids are at the current zoom setting. Now let's have a look at a different preset from the Sci-Fi Vehicles folder, Rotator. This preset also makes heavy use of the additional post effects. We have a tremolo, a delay, a distortion, equalizer and a compressor. Let's reset the tremolo. Traveler features 4 independent multi-segment envelopes that allow you to draw any automation shape you desire. Let's drag one of the LFOs to a modulation destination. Here, for example, the rate of the tremolo. All parameters by the 5 individual post effects are modulatable by the 4 multi-segment envelopes. And there's one more feature I want to show you in Traveler. So besides the live input mode and the loop sampler, Traveler also features a granular sampler. Granular synthesis basically allows you to change playback speed and pitch independently. Here is an example where we want to maintain the pitch of the sample but adjust the playback speed to the duration of the motion path. Or we can choose to maintain the duration of the sample playback and just alter its pitch. Now let's jump to another preset that features the granular sampler engine. Let's have a look at a last very interesting mode Traveler features, the manual mode. Therefore we have to start the sampler engine. And now let's see what happens when I turn up the manual knob. So the manual knob allows you to move the sound source along the path manually in real time. And further we have the grain playback position and the LFO phase linked to the manual knob. Unlinking the granular playback position and the LFO phase now allows you to perform these 3 very powerful parameters individually. And lastly, for our Pro Tools users, I want to demonstrate to you how conveniently you can work with the Audio Suite version. If you have selected a clip and you want to render your desired Doppler path setting onto that clip, simply click the Audio Suite's Analyze button. Now Traveler has exactly analyzed the duration of your audio clip, which in this case is 11 seconds and 1 frame. After you have the duration matched, simply hit the render button. Awesome. Just to demonstrate this once more. Here I select the range of a clip, analyze the duration and hit render. Oops, that was the sound of a fighter jet. So maybe we should bring up the speed to something more appropriate, maybe like 900 kmh. And just render again. And here we go.